And then the accent comes, okay?
Yeah.
When she's in front of the white crowd, she's white.
Let's get a ceasefire. There must be an immediate ceasefire.
When she's in front of the black crowd, she's ghetto.
You better thank a union member for vacation time.
Just like Jasmine Crockett. Did you ever see Jasmine Crockett talk?
And despite Don's sexuality or his color, he's a piece of shit.
He hates white people. Mm-hmm. He left that church, and this is the other thing that's going to convict him. Because if I'm on a jury, listen to this. After he gets done, he calls the people white supremacists and entitled. So you know what his attitude was before he went in that church. He didn't go into that church as a journalist.
What pissed me off the most is everybody like, I can't breathe, I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. Louder! I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Bullshit. I've had many a knee on my neck. You can still fucking breathe.
Yes.
You just can't move.
We're taught to do that.
Right.
But it's the hate for the cops now.
Yes.
Everybody hates the cops. And now liberals, I don't know if you've seen videos.
Welcome to the show, Danny Miner.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you coming.
Oh,
Invite
dude.
me, man, of
It's
course.
my pleasure. Thank you.
Listen, you could invite me to Cuba. I went to Cuba for this podcast.
Thank you very much. So let's get right into it. I just saw your recent post about Don Lemon.
Okay.
Let's hit the lemon.
All right, I'm going to tell you this. I read the act, okay? The FACE Act.
The FACE Act, yep.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I was on CNN. I was watching CNN the other night. They had a lawyer on there. And you know how CNN is. They're going to protect themselves. They're going to protect their liberals all they can. This lawyer looked at all of them and he said, listen, he violated this. He's going to jail. And he told them straight out. And he did. You can see he didn't. I don't know if you guys know this. He bought them breakfast. He brought them coffee. This was a total setup.
100%.
He knew what they were doing. He knew ahead of time what they were doing. And this idiot put it on camera. He put it on camera. He shows them giving them food and talking outside the church. It was a conspiracy. He's going to fucking jail.
I hope so. I've always hated that guy. He's a smug little prick.
Yeah.
Right? He's always rage baiting. He's always doing the white. And the fact that his husband is white, and yet he's going on to say that white people are the problem, white people are broken. I can't tolerate that kind of shit.
No.
Right? To me, despite your sexuality or your color, you're either a piece of shit or you're not. And despite Don's sexuality or his color, he's a piece of shit.
Oh, exactly. And I agree with you. He hates white people.
Mm-hmm.
He left that church. And this is the other thing that's going to convict him. Because if I'm on a jury, listen to this. After he gets done, he calls the people white supremacists and entitled. So you know what his attitude was before he went in that church. He didn't go into that church as a journalist.
Right.
He went in as an activist. He went in there to disrupt their church because he hates white people. Don Lemon is the true racist. I'm sorry, but he is. I said what I said.
I honestly agree with you. I agree with you.
Yep.
So what are the next steps with him? He's been released without bail, I believe.
Right.
And you think now how long do you think it'll take to get to a trial?
Well, the federal system goes quicker than the state system.
Okay.
The state system, my God, things could last a year and a half. Federal tries to bring you quicker in.
Okay.
Now, you got to think of this. They have a 95 or 96% conviction rate because they get people to plead guilty. And let me tell you why people plead guilty. I was a cop for 27 years,
you.
so I'm going to tell you why they plead guilty. Because they're going to go to Don Lemon and say, here, sign this paper, you're going to do a year in jail or a year and a half. And he's like, no way, I'm not going to do a year and a half. And they'll say, okay, then we'll go to trial. And if you're convicted in the trial, you're going to do 10 to 20. So as a person sitting at home, 10 to 20, or I go to jail for a year. And that's what's going to happen. That's why federal government gets their convictions, because if you take a trial, you're fucked. If you lose, because you're wasting their time. If you said, hey, I'm guilty, they're going to give you less time. If you take a trial, you're getting double to triple the time. I don't know if you guys know this. During the Biden-Harris administration, there was women praying outside an abortion clinic. And they got arrested and did 10 fucking years in federal prison for praying. Okay? Praying. So Don Lemon, get ready. Bring your toothbrush because you're going to be in jail for 10 fucking years.
What do you think would be the reasonable amount of time that he's going to get?
I'm going to say they're going to offer him like a year and a half to 3 years and he's going to take it.
You think he'll take it?
Yes. I think the pressure's going to get to him. And honest to God, I hope he doesn't. I hope he goes to trial. I hope he goes to trial and hope he loses. Because he did exactly, if you read the act, he did it. You know, he did the FACE Act, and he's going to jail. I can't stomach the guy. The guy hates white people. I mean, he might as well just put it on his shirt. I hate white people. Because everything is a white person's fault. Well, the whole liberal movement is it's the white person's fault. Jasmine Crockett, white people
her either.
White people cause the most crime. Stop it. We have a fucking computer. We can look up the stats. We know who commits the most crimes. It surely isn't white people.
Right.
6% of the population in America, only 6% commit the most of the violent crimes. 6% of the entire population, and Jasmine Crockett, it surely isn't white people. So look up your stats.
This is going to be fucking awesome.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know why white people don't protect themselves. Stand up for yourself. They're telling you they hate you. They're telling you you're the problem, and you know you're not. We just go to work every day and want to have families. That's it.
So why do you think everything is being designed to be so divisive? Why do you think, and we're going to get into Minnesota in a second, but why do you think everything is being orchestrated so that there's such division between Republicans and Democrats, white people and black people? It just seems like everybody is trying to make everybody hate each other. Do you think it's a means of control?
It's a means for, it's all about votes. They all want to get into office. So they know white males are not voting for liberals. They're not, the 80%.
Very good point.
80% of men vote Republican. Okay? And then you got 20% that vote liberal. So 80% of the men, so they don't need us. They could bash us because they know they're not voting for us.
That's a great
We're not
point.
voting for them, I mean. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They don't need us. You know what I mean? They don't need us. And I know you're from Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Seriously, that Trudeau. Seriously, when I saw him on camera, I wanted to throw up when I saw him.
Yeah.
I can't stomach that guy.
Yeah.
Thank God you guys got rid of him.
Yeah, but the next guy, Mark Carney's no better.
Yeah, and the UK is the same way.
Yep.
Canada's fallen just like the UK.
100%.
And they want to do that to the United States. That's what's going on here. They want the United States to be the UK. They don't want the big mouths like you. You realize if the Democrats get in power and this becomes the UK, me and you are in jail in the United States. We are. Everything I just said now, I'd be in jail.
So currently right now, if the Liberals take power, they're trying to pass several bills that will make what they determine to be hate speech. And if you're guilty of what they call hate speech, you are looking at, initially, they remove your internet, then you're looking at fines, then you're looking at prison.
Yes.
So there was a gentleman, I believe, in Nova Scotia who said something that he didn't believe. It was his belief that the Holocaust wasn't as bad as it's being made out to be. He's not saying it didn't happen.
Right.
He just said that he doesn't believe the deaths to be that high. He's in prison.
That's craziness.
Fucking right it is.
It's totally crazy. And the UK is so bad right now. They put women in jail. I saw 2 UK police officers come up to women praying, and they said, "Were you just praying?" And they said, "We were praying in her head." They said, "Turn around." They cuffed them and took them away for praying in front of some kind of abortion clinic, some kind of something. The UK government, listen, to the UK out there, you put 12,000 people in jail for Facebook posts, for social media posts. China put 1,500 and Russia put 1,200. Who's the fucking communist? Who is the communist? You know who the communist is? The Liberal Party. The Democratic Party is the communist, but they have these blue-haired, crazy, septum-piercing women that fucking believe everything they say.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That I told you. I'm going to say it. I don't care who hates
Dude, you're
me.
not saying anything that I haven't said. I agree 100% with you. Do you think there's a way back from this?
No. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this country's done. How do we come back? I hate these people, and they hate me. Like, I don't want to eat dinner with them. I don't even want to see them. And I'm sure they hate me. Listen, I'm going to do a new thing on my podcast every day or my social media. I'm going to read my DMs. You should see my DMs. I get hate. They want to kill me. They want to do this to me.
That's so crazy to me.
I'm going to send them to you. I get so many DMs threatening my life daily.
That's insane. And, you know, you and I know a number of the same people, women in this sort of category. They get death threats plus beyond that.
Oh, it's worse for a conservative woman.
And
I agree.
What I don't understand is why can we not have a difference of opinion and not resort to violence? Like, I just can't fathom that, and you have to attack not only me, but you'll make threats to my family, or you make threats to any form of loved one. That's fucking bananas to me.
It's totally crazy. And here's the thing: they resort to violence, not us. They bring up January 6th. Stop it.
Nobody died on January 6th.
Nobody died. One person died and was shot by one of the cops. That Babbitt or whatever her name was,
yes.
The conservative lady coming into the Capitol got shot. She was the only one died. A cops died. The
He
cop
died
had a heart
2 days-
attack. Yes.
right.
I mean, it's total bullshit. But when you have pink-haired, blue-haired women running around, they believe everything. Give me more. Give me more. It's like ice cream. Give me some more ice cream. Tell me the lies because I fucking believe it. I'll just put more hair dye on, pierce my nose more, and I'm good to go.
Yeah, that seems to be the knee-jerk response. Even to like Minneapolis, and well, what happened to January 6th? What about Kyle Rittenhouse? How is that any different than Alex Pretti? And I'm like, are you actually making a reason? Is that a question, or are you just being a fucking troll?
Exactly.
And
I supported Kyle totally.
Me too.
I mean, honestly, when he was found not guilty, I'll be honest with you, I almost cried.
I thought
I felt
well
so
deserved.
scared for that kid.
Yes.
So when he was found not guilty, tears came out of my eyes. I celebrated that day.
I thought that was justified.
Yes.
So let's talk about Minneapolis then.
Okay.
So just the guest prior, one of the questions I had is that with ICE detaining and removing illegals in all these states, why is Minneapolis the hot spot?
Because I think because of the fraud. That's my guess.
That's what
my guess is because of the fraud and Timmy Walsh. I mean, come on. Oh my God, this guy. How about his crazy wife? Did you ever see his wife?
Yes.
She's totally insane. Like, you look at her, she's the poster child for mental illness, his wife. I mean, you look it up in the dictionary. There's Timmy Walsh's wife. Did you see that episode where she's going, we're going to turn the page? Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
She's totally insane. And then him coming out on stage clapping like this.
Yeah.
Total weirdo. Like, who would vote for this dude? And the only reason he was there, because the Democratic Party didn't want a Jewish person there.
That's 100% true.
Shapiro should have been there. The governor of Pennsylvania. Actually, the guy's not a bad guy. He actually has common sense sometimes. But they didn't want him because he was Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
And they know their party hates Jewish people. And that's another thing. How could a Jewish person vote Democratic? They tell you straight out, we hate you Jewish people, but yet I'm going to go vote Democratic. Same thing me. I'm a Catholic. They hate me. They hate Christians. I'm going to go vote for you? It's like the mouse going to vote for the cat. I just don't get it. Like, it's stupidity. And listen, I used to work for a high-profile Jewish attorney.
Yep.
Okay? So when I left police work, I worked for him as a defense for about 5 years in Vegas. Okay?
Defense meaning what?
I worked...
Security?
No, I worked for his office. Like, clients came in, I gave my opinion on different cases.
Okay, got it.
Because I was a retired cop,
Yep.
so I worked for the defense, right, for about 5 years. This guy was like a high-profile Jewish attorney, and he would vote Democrat no matter what. I would say, his name was Michael, I'd say, Michael, these people hate you and you're going to vote for them. They're telling you straight out they don't like Jewish people, and you vote for them. It's so confusing to me. It really is.
Yeah, I agree. I have conversations with, liberals on our feeds, and, I just ask them reasonably, can you explain to me, and this is particular for Canada, what has our liberal government done for Canada? Or even accordingly with Biden or Kamala, I'll ask them, what's Kamala's position that you embrace the most? Nothing. What did Biden ever do that you support? Nothing. So don't come to me and insult me or tell me that my beliefs are wrong when you have nothing of your own to support it. You're just being argumentative for whatever reason.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the other thing. Think back at the Epstein list. I was talking about this yesterday. The liberals are like, release the Epstein list. You had 4 fucking years to release it. You didn't release it. Biden and Harris didn't release anything.
Right.
Like, do they ignore stuff? Liberals ignore it. Oh, that wasn't us. Yeah, it was you. You were in office for 4 years. You released shit. Okay, and then they were going to get rid of student loans. Didn't do that.
Yes.
They were going to legalize marijuana. Didn't do that. They did not one thing. That laughing hyena and that dementia president, nothing. Zero. Could you imagine her being the president of the United States?
Oh my God. I just couldn't imagine that was even an option for people. That really freaks me out.
Did you ever hear her talk?
She's an idiot. She's going to try and run again, right?
Oh, yeah. I hope she does. She'll never win.
Right. And then there was rumors that she, at the beginning, was she wanted to have Hillary Clinton as VP. And then there was rumors that she wanted to bring AOC in as VP. That will never fly.
Never. She has no chance of winning.
No.
She has no chance. And her saying, we walk because we want to get to places. Like, it doesn't even make sense what she says. She does that because she has no knowledge of what's going on.
Zero.
So she brings up stuff to like deflect because she never answers questions. She has no answer for anything. Mm-hmm. She's one of the worst politicians they ever had run for president.
And even that being said, she could not speak. She was inarticulate.
Yes.
She would babble on incessantly. She was so annoying. I just couldn't believe that she was actually running against Trump. It fucking blew my mind.
And if you remember back when Biden won the primary for the Democrats, when he won all this stuff, there was 18 Democrats running for president or whatever the hell it was when it first started. She was like the first or second out. She had no votes. She was like, if there's 18 of them, she was the first and second out. So they took the first and second out and made her run for president.
Right.
Could you imagine?
Why do you think they did that? Why do you think they
Because she's a woman.
Right.
She's a black woman.
Yep.
Okay, that's
unless, depending on the day. She was Indian at some point.
Oh, yeah. She's either black, she's Indian, whatever she wants to be that day, that's what Kamala is.
Yes.
She might be Indian, she might be black, who knows? And then the accent comes. Okay?
Yeah.
When she's in front of the white crowd, she's white. When she's in front of the black crowd, she's ghetto. Just like Jasmine Crockett. Did you ever see Jasmine Crockett talk? Jasmine Crockett went to private school, private college. She was born with a golden spoon in her mouth, and she goes in front of black people and pretends that she can't talk. It's actually an insult to black people for her doing that.
I agree.
It's crazy, but they eat it up. And here's my question. Why is it older? 'Cause I see it being older women and younger women that are totally in this. And I think to myself, why? And I think to myself, younger women, it's college. I don't know how you guys...
Agreed.
College brainwashes these
100%,
people, these kids. College is liberal. They brainwash these kids that Republicans are bad. So that's why you have the young girls. But when they get in their 30s and 40s, they start thinking, well, maybe this ain't right. But then older women, I'm thinking, why older women? 60s. Why? It's because they sit at home, they're retired, they're watching The View all day. My sisters are 60 years old, okay? And that's what they do. I went to visit them. CNN's on their channel all day long. The View. They're brainwashed by these people.
I do not know how anybody watches The View.
I have no idea either.
I find those women offensive and repulsive.
Oh, they hate white people too.
Oh, fuck. Dude, I can't stand any of them. Fucking Sunny, Joy, and Whoopi. So annoying to me.
I'm going to say I hate Sunny the most.
Yeah.
Like, she's miserable every day of her life. Could you imagine being her husband? Waking up and seeing her miserable every time you go down to get coffee in the morning? I mean, if I'm him, I'm running out that door. She's the worst. She's a miserable human being.
Yes, agreed. And extremely racist, too.
Yeah, extreme. Hates white people.
Yes.
Hates white people's guts.
As does Whoopi, I believe.
Yeah.
But it's good enough for her to appropriate like a Jewish last name, though.
Yes.
Right?
That's true, yes.
Yeah.
And remember she dated, now I'm older, I'm a lot older than you guys.
No, you're not. I'm the same age as you, bro.
Oh, really? Okay. Yep. So we're all the same age then. Ted Dancer.
Yes,
remember
she
used to date Ted Dancer from
And do you remember when Ted put on that blackface?
Yes. We can't even kid anymore. I mean, years ago we all kidded. And listen, we all do have differences.
That's fine.
Let's admit it. We all have differences, man. Let's admit it. Let's have fun with it. Let's joke like we used to do in the 80s. Nobody got offended. Now everybody's, oh my God, what did you say? My family, they think I'm crazy. They think I went nuts. Like when I post a video, my family oh my God, he went crazy. Like my family thinks I'm nuts. They think I went off the rail. They don't talk to me. They think I'm
really
insane. Yes.
So you were saying that your family is largely Democratic, right?
Yeah. My mother worked for the Democratic Party.
Fuck.
I was Democrat. Ready for this, guys? I was Democrat to about 43 years of my life. I didn't really care about politics that much. But then when Obama got into office and he started bashing the cops, like an incident would happen with the cops and Obama, right away, the cops are no good. And then the hands up, don't shoot. We're still saying hands up, don't shoot when we know 100% that was false and made up. But yet the Democrats will still say hands up, don't shoot. I don't know if you remember that incident.
No, I don't.
Okay, I don't think it was Minnesota. It was, I can't remember where it was.
Okay.
But a cop killed a guy that tried to attack him in the police car, a black guy, and they shot him and killed him.
Good.
Okay? And right before he attacked that cop, he attacked the business owner. Okay. And then he attacked the cop in a car and the cop ends up killing him, right? They said that he knelt down and said, please don't shoot me. Hands up, don't shoot. And the cop shot him. So the cop executed him. That's what the people on the scene said, which was 1,000% false. It never happened. It was made up, but yet they still say it. Like they still say the lies. And then they built a fucking statue of this kid.
Oh, God.
There's a statue of this kid. So little kids are going to say, I'm going to look up to the criminal, just like the guy that died in Minnesota.
Alex Pretti.
No, the other guy that knelt on the neck, the black guy.
George Floyd.
George Floyd. They have a statue of this guy. Could you imagine bringing your little kid up and saying, look at this. That's your hero. Yeah, he held a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach. Okay, he was a career criminal, and he got killed by the cops, but now he's your hero. Look up to him, kids.
So you're being a police officer, former police officer, and I train in jiu-jitsu. I've had many a knee on my neck.
We're trained to do that.
It's a control point. What pissed me off the most is everybody like, I can't breathe. Bullshit. I've had many a knee on my neck. You can still fucking breathe.
Yes.
You just can't move.
We're taught to do that.
Right.
That's how you handcuff them. You put your knee in the back and you handcuff them.
Exactly.
Now, the only thing I would say they did wrong there, and this is what we were taught as cops, especially when you get in an aggressive neighborhood where you got to arrest somebody and there's crowds gathering.
Sure.
Get them out of there. That's what they tell you to do, but I understand they were waiting for an ambulance with him. And I don't know, I looked into it. The ambulance was on another call. That's why it took them so long to get there with George Floyd. They were on another call or they couldn't get to the scene for some reason. But as a supervisor and a cop, our thing would have been throw him in the car and get him out of there because of the crowd gathering. So that's the only thing I think they did wrong. They made the crowd gather. They should have just got him out of there. That's what I would have done.
So despite the fact that it's been proven that he died of a fentanyl overdose,
yes,
the public embraces the scenario that the cops killed him.
Yes. And that's why I recommend especially now I'd be a cop. If the Democrats get in power, I would never be a cop. Because if it benefits them, they'll put you in fucking jail. You might not have done anything wrong, but they'll put you in jail for votes. So anything they don't like a cop do, I mean, why would you even be a cop now in a Democrat? I would never be a cop in a Democratic state. Like Minneapolis, you got to be insane to be a cop there. You're looking for trouble. Sooner or later, you're getting fired, you're getting sued. Fuck, you might get arrested if Tim Walsh don't like what you did. I mean, it doesn't matter what your policy was. It doesn't matter this. If the Democrats think votes are going to get them, you're getting arrested. And that's the fact. That's what the Democrats did. They did this to this country. And now the deportation, we're getting blamed for that. Oh my God, we're deporting everybody. You did it. You left the borders open. You did it. You left the borders open. So now we have to deport everybody.
And I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I get questioned quite a few times. Do I have an issue with immigration? No, but I have an issue with illegal immigration. And here's what pisses me off. Right now, everyone is so up in arms about Alex Pretti. What about all the Americans that have been killed or raped by illegal immigrants? Why is nobody talking about
Lincoln
them?
Lincoln
Riley.
Horrible. I did a whole video on her. I think it went to 1 million, the video I did with her. And it's just horrible, that young girl being murdered by an immigrant. And ask the UK how immigration happened. It ruined the UK.
100.
Letting everybody in ruin the UK. Do you know they get in trouble for just yelling stuff when the Muslims are praying? I don't know if you know that.
Yes, I do.
They can go to jail for it.
Yep.
And that's coming here.
Dude, I'm moving to the States. I hope it doesn't come here. You guys can fuck Canada up all you want. Don't let it come here.
Do you want to move here?
Oh yeah, 100. I'll be here within the year.
Oh, good.
Here, Cape Coral.
Oh, it's beautiful too.
It is.
The Uber driver. I didn't see it because I landed late at night last night. But the Uber driver drove me in. And God, it's beautiful. I really like it. It's a nice area.
People are friendly. The weather's always good.
Yeah.
I get just crushed in Canada on taxes. It's not like that here. Yeah, I love the States, and I love Florida.
Yeah. And I tell you what, Canada. I don't know how you're living there, man.
That's why I'm not going to. The crime law, the crime is going up. Housing is too expensive.
Right.
Food is too expensive. As Canadians, you're not allowed to have guns, right? So and I've said this many, many times, so I don't want to belabor it. If you have a gun at your house, it needs to be under a trigger lock in a lockbox. The ammo has to be separate and locked in a different space. And let's just say you're fortunate enough to get your ammo, unlock the gun, unlock the trigger lock, load the gun, chamber a round, and defend yourself. you'll be liable for murder. If you shoot somebody in your house, you will be charged with murder. You may get off, but you're still going to court. You're still going to be judged. And who wants to put their life in the hands of 12?
That's crazy.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you what they told us as being a cop, and this will be controversial. They always said I'd rather be judged by 12
Then carried by 6.
Yeah, then carried by 6. Exactly. That's what they would say. And you know what? Here's the thing. I believe that that's going to come here if the liberals get back in office. I do. They don't want us to have guns. They're afraid of guns. They're the party of love. Oh, I got one for you. I watched this liberal today post something about how he hates conservatives and they're horrible and he hates white men and he hates this. So I went on his profile. His profile picture says, I love everyone. But yet he's a hateful guy. These people are liars. They hate everybody that doesn't believe what they believe. Okay, so don't tell me you're the party of love. You're the party of hate. Republicans accept you. I could be in a group of liberals right now and I won't say anything to them. They could wear their liberal shirt. They could have their pink hair. I won't say a word. I'll be friendly with them and I'll walk out the door. We wear a Trump hat. We wear something Republican. I wear an American flag. I'm a fucking racist. I'm the worst person alive. I'm sick of them. Screw you, liberals. I don't care what you say anymore.
And what's so strange to me is Americans, from my experience, are extremely patriotic. And maybe that's just more here in Florida.
No, it's everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Canada is not patriotic at all. Okay. So for me to come here and experience the kind of patriotism that I see, I think it's amazing. So for you to tell me that, and we've seen videos, people wearing MAGA hats, Charlie Kirk, apparel, anything like that, and they're just getting attacked. It's again as insane to me. Why can we not just have a difference of opinion and leave it at that? First of all, what makes you think that I'm not going to drop you if you come and approach me? What makes you think that we can't just agree to disagree, maybe have a conversation about it, and at the end, you know what, Danny, I still don't agree with you. Bruce, I don't agree with you. That's cool. Let's talk about something else.
Yes.
But we've lost that ability to communicate.
Yeah.
Right? And then you get these keyboard warriors talking shit because they're safe in mommy's basement. And it's so annoying to me.
I can't stand him. I can't stand him. And that same liberal that said he loves everybody was on. I looked down his page. He was talking about how Charlie Kirk deserved everything he got. They're a party of love, but kill a guy for what he's saying. Right. That's all he was doing.
Right.
And the kids loved Charlie. They loved him.
I agree. So before we get into Charlie, let's, because I want to hear your perspective on what happened to Alex Pretti. Nicole, good to me, is pretty cut and dry, right? I have no sympathy for what she did, and I could give a fuck that she's dead.
Me too.
Right.
She tried to run over that cop.
100% she did.
And she was not listening to instructions. She caused that herself.
Yeah, she was a stupid bitch.
I do not feel bad for her
at all.
No, me neither.
So now let's talk about Alex. So here's my thoughts, and then I want to hear a professional approach. For me, 11 days prior, he started all that shit. Okay.
And I didn't see that after I did my videos.
Yeah, me too. I did a follow-up.
Yeah.
So he, spitting on a police officer is a felony, isn't it? Or assault?
It's assault. Yeah.
Okay, there's assault. He kicked the backlight out of the car.
Right.
He threatened the police officers. He challenged them to assault me. Okay. He was also carrying at that time.
Yes.
Okay. So you know that he has a history of carrying his firearm, and he's a piece of shit. Let's fast forward 11 days. He's, I guess he was just interfering with an ICE operation. A female came up. The police officers maced her. He tried to get involved. So therefore interfering with a lawful operation, that's against your carry permit. He didn't announce that he had his carry permit. So at this point, those two we know for a fact were negating his carry permit. We find out later that he had no ID and he wasn't carrying his permit. So that negated his ability to lawfully carry a handgun.
Okay.
So for me training, I need me to take I can drop one person, no problem on the ground. The fact that it took 6 of them to drop that guy, I think that's poor training.
Right.
Okay. So I will concede on that. Here's where things get murky. As I understand it, he had his gun in the back. One of the officers got the gun and removed it, and then I heard somebody said gun, and then things get really chaotic. I hear one shot.
And then boom, boom, boom.
Yes. Okay. And I think there's only 2 ways to look at that. Either they overreacted when they heard the one shot, what also pisses me off is like, why'd you shoot him 10 times? Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you shoot somebody, you shoot them to drop them and neck out up.
Yes.
Okay. So the only thing in my mind that is up for debate is there was a rumor that he was proceeding to go for a gun.
Okay.
Now, maybe he didn't know that the gun in the back was gone.
Right.
And he was going to proceed to try.
I didn't even think of that. That's a good point.
Right.
Yeah, that's a
because
good
he
point. I
didn't
didn't
know
think
that
of
the
that.
gun was gone.
Yeah.
It was after I believe somebody said gun is secure or something. But all these armchair quarterbacks are saying, well, I would have done this. The fuck you would have done anything. You don't know what it's like to be in that kind of environment. I've been shot at. Okay. So the last thing you think about is the luxury of what you would do in the moment.
Yeah.
You just react and there you go. So in my mind, if they believed he was reaching for his gun again to pull out a gun, you as an officer don't know if I had maybe a secondary gun, or you don't know that even you just heard gun, you saw me go like this and you unloaded. If that's the case, I think that's justified.
Right.
If you did not, if everybody was on the same page as the gun was removed and he was, it wasn't dangerous any longer, then I think we have a problem. I don't think it was a justified shoot.
Right. This is what I think happened.
Okay.
Now, I spouted off before seeing the 11 days. What I think happened is when they saw him, it might have been the same guys that he dealt with before.
Could be.
Or they knew about him. Because when there's a guy that's given a problem, during roll call in the morning, they'd pass a picture out.
Oh.
This guy might be a problem. This guy gave our officers. So during roll call, that's how we would do it. You pass a picture out. This guy caused a problem yesterday. Because I've been in riots. And I'm thinking to myself, that's what they did. So when they saw him, that's why they were so aggressive with him. That's what I think.
Okay.
I think they're like, here comes this guy again. He has a gun on him.
He was wearing the exact same shit.
Yes. So they knew, I feel they may have knew him. They start pushing him. Now, what I seen was, this is what I thought. When they shot him, I thought, oh, God, why'd they shoot him? So then I started thinking, something had to happen. And that's when I brought up the gun thing. Like we are taught, if we see a gun, to say gun.
Yes.
Okay. So if we see a gun, we're like, gun, 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 gun. Okay. So my thought was, he said, gun, 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 gun. And when he said gun, that officer like, boom, boom, boom. Or I seen another video. And again, I'm not going to say, I don't know if it's AI or not. When that officer took that gun out, he blew a round off into the concrete.
Could have happened.
That was the first shot, and that's when you heard the other shots. That guy probably thought he was being shot at because that officer pulls the gun, and when he turns around, and he did the right thing. He was getting the gun out of there.
Yep.
So he went in there to grab the gun and get the gun out of the way. So that officer was doing the right thing. But the way the video shows, and you could look online, I think he had his finger in the gun when he pulled it this way.
Sure.
It shot off into the sidewalk, and that's when you heard the first shot, and then you hear the other shots. That's what I think happened. And the reason I believe this, DHS just released the report, Department of Homeland Security.
Yep.
And in their report, it says two officers fired weapons. It didn't say their weapons. It said weapons.
Okay.
Okay, so that makes me think he fired that second shot. So that's from the Department of Homeland Security is saying two officers shot weapons, not their weapons.
Would that be something they would define?
I think they would.
Okay.
That's why I thought, you know what? This video might be right. This video might not be AI. This guy actually might have shot in the sidewalk.
Because there was a span of time between that first single shot and then the unloading of the mag.
Yes.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
How would that play out in court?
I don't know. I hate to say this, but I'm thinking manslaughter.
Really?
I think they're going to charge him. I could be wrong. So don't get on me. But my guess is involuntary manslaughter. I don't know, I mean, because it was a mistake. He might even get probation for it. I mean, if you go to our Pennsylvania law, I believe involuntary manslaughter was like if you killed somebody with a car, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But it was an accident. You weren't going 1,000 miles an hour. So he might not go to jail. Is what I'm saying.
But he's going to lose his career.
Yeah,
right.
If they charge him.
Yes.
I mean, they might not charge him. You know what I mean? I think if a liberal government was in there, they'd be charging. He'd have been in jail already.
Yes.
Yeah.
And but the problem is he's already guilty by the court of public opinion.
Exactly.
And I
feel bad for the guy.
So do I.
He didn't want to kill that guy. You know what I mean? He was. And here's the other thing. You brought it up a good point. The stress involved.
Sure.
They're dealing with this every day. They don't know who's going to shoot them, who's going to attack them. So the stress level is up here. So they are trigger happy because they're scared. And you could say that all you want. They're scared. They're human beings. They know somebody could stab them. These liberals are talking about killing them every day.
Yep.
So these guys have stress on them.
Yes.
So, I understand how this all went down. It was a combination of everything.
Right. And one further point, and the question I have, why were there no, again, as a former police officer, why was there no police on scene doing crowd control, perimeter checks? Why it was only left to ICE? And as you said, all the rhetoric that you're hearing from the Democrats or liberals is, if ICE comes here, I'm going to shoot them. Or you have all these tough guys talking about how they're going to take out ICE, and Tim Walz blabbering at the fucking mouth about hating ICE, and you're just inciting hatred and violence in the public. And I don't think that's serving anybody. I hope the guy doesn't get charged.
I hope he doesn't either.
Right?
I do too. But I have, my gut tells me he's gonna. I hope I'm wrong. Would
he not have been charged by now? You don't think?
No, because when they released that report, I think Trump came out the next day and said that they're doing an investigation
right
now. So I think the investigation probably take a while. You know what I mean? And then they'll decide, and then they might put it before a grand jury. You know what I mean? I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen to the officer, because honestly, I think it was by accident. And I agree with you to this point. Alex, he put himself in a bad position. Don't bring a... Listen, I get, you have the right to carry, but he knows how violent it is down there. Why would you... And he's showing his weapon, you know what I mean? It was shown...
Right, so let's go back 11 days ago. He got fucked up by ICE, okay? Apparently he broke his rib, which is bullshit, because I've had bruised ribs and I couldn't do shit, right? Okay, so for the fact that he's claiming he had a busted rib is absolute bullshit. So you get fucked up 11 days prior, and what is your thought? Let me go back, bring my weapon, and here's what I have an issue with. Why didn't you have your ID? Why didn't you have your carry permit?
Right.
Why did you not announce that you were carrying?
Right.
Perhaps because maybe you were going to do something, and should something happen, you didn't want your ID. But don't go to these areas. Stop fucking with these people. Let them do their jobs.
I agree. But it's the hate for the cops now.
Yes.
Everybody hates the cops. And now liberals, I don't know if you've seen videos. They have videos where they roll down their window this big to give the cop their license, or they put notes on their window.
Yes.
You're idiots. You have to give your driver's license to the cop. Whoever tells you not to, they're making you die. Okay? The media is making you die. The media is... How many deaths, if you really think about it? Because every action has consequences.
100.
How many people probably died because of the media? Honestly, how many? Because they listen to these stupid media people.
But I can't help but wonder if they're doing that on purpose, just to, instill further hatred for police. And as soon as I say, listen, like I said, I train with a lot of police officers. Are there some idiot cops? For sure. But for the most part, I have a respect, right? And, if you're getting pulled over, chances are you fucked up somewhere.
Yes.
So why escalate it by being an asshole?
Yes.
Why be rude?
Right.
Just be gracious to the officer. And, I've never had a problem with police. And so the automatic response is going to be, well, because you're white, right? Okay. But if I was an asshole, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a bad day with that police officer.
No matter what color you are.
Exactly.
Yes.
So why not just be kind?
Yes.
The kind of stress that they're under, the kind of treatment they get from all these people, and in Canada, brother, they get it worse. They're so disrespected. A friend of mine, he's a police officer. He went into a high school and he's walking down the hallway because there was an incident in the school and people are calling them pigs and just threatening them because they know they can't do shit, right? And that kind of arrogance in these little pukes, I could never be a police officer because I would smack the shit out of that kid. Right?
I could never be one now. I'd get fired.
Yeah.
I would get fired. There's no way I could deal with them. Never.
No.
They'd put that camera in my face and I'd be like, fuck it.
Yeah,
I would punch them right in the face and get fired. I'd leave my badge on the door and just walk the fuck out.
Right.
I would never deal with that.
I think we're losing respect
Yes.
for authority. But as soon as you say that, you're a bootlicker.
Yes.
Right? Or... again, I get that comment all the time. Yeah, fucking bootlicker. Fuck you, buddy. Like, I just have a respect for the people that are trying to control the peace. And don't let one asshole cop ruin it for all the people that are actually in it for the right reasons. I know some really good people that are police officers, and I respect the fact that they have a fucking tough job. Why make it harder for them?
Exactly. And here's the thing. like you said, I worked for 27 years. I could count on one hand how many bad cops I've seen. In 27 years, 98% of the cops are there for the right reason, but not now. And let me explain. When I was younger, I wanted to be a cop. My dad owned a gas station. And he sold used cars. And he had the state contract. So all the state cops would come into the gas station to get their gas. So
Nice.
my dad's friends were all cops. So I think that's what made me be a cop, just because I didn't get in the gas station business. I wanted to be a cop. And I think back then, people had that respect for the police. Like, my dad told me a story. When he was young, if a cop was walking down the sidewalk and you were walking, you went on the other side of the sidewalk. That's how much respect. But now, there's no respect.
There's none.
They hate you. They'll tell you straight out. And they're celebrated for hating you.
Yes.
They're celebrated for hating
Because
you.
it's seen as opposing authority.
Yes.
Sticking it to the man.
Yes.
Yeah, I like I've said, I've been training in martial arts since 15. So to me, honor and respect are very, very important. And to treat someone like a police officer, first responders, veterans, have some fucking respect, man.
Yeah, there's no respect.
There's none.
And
I
these young girls, they rip the veterans too. These pink-haired women, they're on there. The veterans are no good. The cops are no good. Everybody, they laugh at the veterans.
Yes.
They're like, why do we respect them? They were idiots enough to go to war. Do these women realize if they didn't do that, they'd be in the Middle East somewhere? Okay, I mean, what is? I can't understand this. I can't understand it, but it's an epidemic.
Yes, right. Yeah, and I don't know if there's coming back from that. And I hope to fuck this isn't the problem with the U.S. because I'm making all the efforts I can to come here, and I'd hate to come here and face the same bullshit.
I almost thought about moving to Costa Rica.
Yeah?
Honest to God, if Harrison Walsh would have gotten office, I thought about moving there. Honest to God, because if you have a pension, they let you move there for 3 years under the visa, and then you could become a citizen after 3 years.
Huh.
So I actually almost thought about it if Harrison Walsh were going to be in, because I thought, there's good content here in Costa Rica.
Right. I guess we're gonna have to wait on the Alex Pretti. Man, I hope he doesn't get charged.
I know.
Because if he gets charged and or convicted, that's just going to strengthen all the hatred for ICE.
Yes. And you know what else? If you looked, I don't know if you saw Trump's interview about the Renee Good and the Pretti or what Pretti,
I believe.
Pretti or whatever his name is. Trump came out and said, hey, it was horrible. I didn't like seeing it. He said, even the girl, it was horrible. I didn't like seeing it. Like, Trump didn't come out and say, oh, this is good for them. No, he did a presidential thing. He said, hey, it was awful. You know what I mean? It was awful to see. And he didn't say the officers were wrong. He just said it was something not nice to see. And it wasn't. You don't want to see somebody shot and killed. Yeah. You know, but they'll say Trump said something else, you know, because they hate the man. They hate the man, and they hate him because he has no filter. He doesn't tell them what they want to hear. He says it how he feels, and I do the same thing.
As do I.
That's why people don't like me, because I don't care. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear.
And because what is the point of that conversation? If all I'm looking at is to hear my opinion coming out of your mouth, we're not having a conversation. You're just parroting my shit.
Yes.
Right? And there's no growth there. There's no understanding. So I never understood that. You know, I go back to it. Why can we simply not just agree that you and I disagree?
Yeah.
You know, maybe you didn't change my mind. I didn't change your mind. Let's move on. Have a good day.
Exactly.
Right.
We all like different sports teams, right?
Yeah.
We all think this play was this or this, and we all get along. I mean, politics just divided us so much.
Yeah.
And I blame, honestly, it's the Democrats that divided us. They did it. The Republicans didn't divide us. The Democrats did. How they did was, me and you are horrible people because we're Republicans. Mm-hmm. We're horrible. We're racist. We're homophobic. We're this, which is totally not true. Totally not true. None of it's true. You know what I mean? But they want to call us that, and they call us that to silence us. They're afraid they say if they call you a racist enough, it's going to silence you. And the average person, it will. I'm not the average person. You're not silencing me.
Right.
Okay. I was just telling him, Damon Green, do you know who he is? No. He's a basketball player he was for the Warriors. I don't know who he's playing with now.
Okay.
He came out yesterday. He got a foul and then a technical foul because the ref was white. He came out today and said, I don't need a white man putting his finger in my face. All the ref did was call a foul, and he said it's because he was a white man. So I did a video I'm going to get hate for. I said, wait a second. We can't arrest them or we're racist. If they commit a crime, we arrest them, we're racist. Now we can't call fouls on them or we're racist. We can't fire them because we're racist. Okay, then I guess black people could do whatever the fuck they want, and we can't do anything about it. That's what I said today. And I'm going to get hate for that.
Yes, you
but
are.
I said, listen, I'm 57 years old, and I had a tippy toe around black people for 57 years. I'm done with it. I'm done tippy-toeing around black people. I'm sorry. I don't care how much hate I get. You hate me, so I can't fight back. You're telling me I'm horrible? I can't say nothing back. No, not this guy. Not this white guy. This white guy's going to tell you how he feels. Demon Green is a racist towards white people. He basically admits it, and I can't say nothing back to this guy? Come on.
I know.
That's not me.
No. Again, and the media has designed it in such a way that if you say anything derogatory, you're gonna be labeled for the catchphrase of the day.
Yes.
Right? You say anything against transgenders, you're homophobic, you're transphobic. You say anything against a person of another color, you're whatever, racist.
Yes. I mean, it's totally sickening. I mean, I think back on everything we've ever done. Don't say that. You can't say that. You can't do that. You can't. But they can say whatever. I can't. I got to tippy toe around. Am I allowed to say this? Am I allowed to say this? No, I can say whatever the fuck I want. I'm an American.
Yeah.
And that's how I live the rest of my life. I'm sorry, man. And I know I'm going to get hate. My family right now is putting blankets over their head. Oh, Danny's so horrible. This is me. This is who you raised. I told you, man, before you got me here, I'll say whatever.
Brother, I prefer it that way. I honestly don't like filters, and I don't like being censored, and I'm certainly not going to fucking censor you. You speak your mind, brother.
Right.
Now, when we were on our way coming back for coffee, you were saying that you went to the Charlie Kirk memorial at the funeral.
Yes.
The memorial.
Yeah.
Tell me what's your thoughts on that, on Charlie Kirk.
Oh, my God. I'm going to be honest with you guys.
Let me ask you one question right off the hop.
Yeah.
Do you think we're ever going to find out the truth?
I think we know the truth. I'm not a Candace Owen person.
Okay.
I feel they arrested the right guy.
You do? Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you guys feel different?
I don't.
You can convince me, man. You can
The
convince
man of the
me.
hour.
You can convince me, man.
Well, no, this is just my particular opinion, and Anto will tell you the same shit.
All
Because
right.
him and I have discussed this ad. You want to get in here?
What are we talking about?
Fucking Charlie Kirk and Tyler Robinson.
Oh, fuck.
Get in here, brother.
I said a lot
He
of things.
doesn't need to be mic'd,
I said
right?
a lot of things in here. You guys are going to have good clips.
Oh, man.
And Danny Ant.
So far.
Well, you
Nice
guys
to
know
meet
each
you,
other.
brother.
I'm so excited to meet you, man.
Nice to meet
Thanks
you,
for
too.
coming in,
I was telling him, I was following you before I even became a content creator.
Yeah, you got great content.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
Thanks for being here.
that.
Okay. I personally can't say how Tyler Robinson did that shot. Me? Mike this way. Oh, Mike.
Mike.
Your name's Bruce.
See how catty the bitch
That's
is?
your name.
Which way?
Like, turn the mic. Ah, thank you.
Is that
Fuck.
right? Can you hear me? Test, test.
Yeah.
Titties.
And don't edit that shit out. I want people to see the real him.
Here's what I'm going to say. I went to the university when I was out in Utah.
Okay.
And we talked about this last time on the show. Look, I'm not an avid shooter. I shoot, but I'm not like, I still need some
So he's a
training.
former police officer.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense to me. None of the
Really?
situation on campus
I
made
should
sense
go.
to me. You have to because I
I live in Nevada, so it's not I live in Vegas.
Yeah, and just the lack of memorial. There's a lot of different things that broke my heart when I was there, and so we talk about this all the time. I have questions,
Yep.
and what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Yep. So the gentleman we had on just prior to you,
He believes it too.
him and I agree on the fact that a 30-06 would do way, and you and I have talked about this, a 30-06 would do way more fucking damage than what was seen there. There would have been blood all over the back fucking wall,
Yeah.
right? There would have been chunks of Charlie missing, and there was nothing like that. That to me is just the biggest, if I start to get that one question, then I'm going to start to look at other shit,
Right.
right? And he was there. And where's all the video from all the other people that were there?
That's true. I see. You guys are convincing me. I told you could convince
The
me.
behind video, right?
Right.
So we're in an era where there's, if I went somewhere or you went somewhere, we were hanging out, if
Right.
somebody was doing video, there'd be video all over the place, like this. This has become a situation that's a little bit intimate.
I know.
That's okay.
You're starting to touch my leg already.
Yeah. I've only been here for 3 minutes. you know, you would have all different angles, and we keep on seeing, I think it's like 1 or 2 angles.
100.
And so it's just, there's no other person that's like, I'm posting this to my Instagram, I'm posting this to this, I'm
How many
posting
people
that.
would you say were at that event?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, dude, there had to be 1,000 people
Okay.
at least.
Why have we not seen 1,000 fucking videos?
That's my point.
That's
Right?
true. I didn't even think of that.
And then
guys.
when you walk on campus too, like you see, you know, the eyes in the sky, right? All over. It's a
Yes,
university.
yes.
So they're all over the place. So where's those? And why are those not where the shooter was?
Right.
Why don't we have video of him going onto that roof,
I
right?
don't know. Dude.
There's that too.
Yeah.
Now, as an active
Because
shooter,
you would think, right?
Yeah.
so let's break this down. He had to get up there.
Yes.
He had to assemble the gun. He had to zero the scope. He had to take the shot. And none of us have shot at it. Well, you have. Shooting at a person for the first time, your anxiety must be through the roof.
Yeah, I've never shot anybody though.
No, but have you shot at somebody?
No, I never shot at anybody or never shot anybody.
you know
But I pulled
shooting.
my gun.
But you know
okay.
shooting though.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
That's far.
You have firearm training.
Yes.
Yeah.
So either he had 100% confidence that he was not going to get caught,
Right.
or I can't imagine that the fucking anxiety that kid must have been feeling taking a shot in such a volatile arena, just thinking that as soon as that show goes off, it's going to go bananas. And he had to take his gun apart. That takes some time.
Yeah.
And he had to get the fuck out of Dodge. How did he do that with nothing happening to him? There's too many questions.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think of that. So maybe Candace isn't crazy.
I think Candace is a little.
Here's what I think about, and I can finally say a little bit more on that issue. I think that, in my opinion, I think that she definitely loves the clicks, for sure. 100%. It's gotten her clicks, gotten her views. You know, her claims of things that she knows, for me. And again, I'll say this again. I never watched her full episodes because I don't care.
Right.
At the end of the day, I don't care.
Listen, for me, if you're gonna say you're gonna do something, like if I have all these receipts, I'm gonna drop something tomorrow that's gonna, then do it.
Yes.
Right? If you keep cock teasing me about something you're gonna do and you don't do it, then I'm gonna start, maybe you don't have the information that you say
agree.
you do, right?
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is, and I do not think we're ever gonna find out what really happened.
No.
The dude who came on before you, whoa, that guy is hard. You gotta fucking move.
I know so many great influencers that you had on this.
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
I will say one last thing on it too. On a personal level, if my best friend went out that way, and he was my best friend, by default, his wife was probably pretty damn good friends with me as well.
Sure.
And I would have probably called her and said, "Yo, Erika, what's going on, babe? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think?" Or like, "This is the info I have," or like,
Yeah.
"This is what I got going on." But it's like, and to side with Erika on a sense too, right? You lost your husband publicly on TV, and now you have this bitch going around, and she's trying to get clicks. She's doing clickbait shit, and you're like, "Wait a minute, my husband just left this business. I'm trying to figure everything out. Now I got this fucking putana over here, and she's running her mouth. Like, how do I fucking balance all this shit out?" And then you got the public that's scrutinizing everything that Erika does, which, in hindsight, maybe, which I'm glad she dialed back all of the interviews, because it never puts you in a good light, bro. It just, even if she's doing it because she's just doing it because they're asking her to do it, but people misconstrue that shit, and then she looks like a bitch then, and she's really not trying to be, and she's put in bad situations. So I'm glad she dialed that back a little bit. But yeah, I would be like, why didn't Candace just call me? Like,
Right.
you're the best friend of my husband.
Yes.
Fair. That's a great point.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great
and
point.
they were best friends. I saw videos with them. And
Sure.
Yeah, they loved each other. You could tell.
Yeah.
You know, it's sad. Listen, when I saw Charlie die, man, I mean, I cried. I bawled my eyes out. I was sick for a week over this, and I didn't even know Charlie, but I was devastated.
We had people in here that weekend because we had our soft opening was already slotted for it, and we were like, "Man, should we just not do this?
Right.
Like, let's not do this." But then we're like, "There's people that want to come in here and they want hugs."
Yeah.
And so that's exactly what happened. People were coming in here. We were doing prayer circles. They were giving hugs. People were crying. They were crying because they were worried for other influencers. Because
Sure.
I mean, we're more controversial than Charlie. You know what I'm saying? If you think about how we talk.
No, true.
So, like, it was scary for us. Like, you scream all the time.
Listen, the stuff I just said before you get in here, I said way worse than what Charlie said.
Yeah, exactly. He was like the most calm, humble man on the planet.
Yeah,
so it's like there was a level of fear for all of us, I think.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you. Since then, I stopped tagging myself places. Honestly,
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
like on
I
social
did too.
media, I don't want people to know where I'm at or staying anywhere. Especially when I went to Turning Point, I didn't want anybody to even know. You know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Did you go to Turning Point?
I did not go to Turning Point this year.
The memorial, though. Did you go?
Oh,
to,
yeah, I went to
I
the
was
memorial.
there too.
Yeah,
I
that
went
was a
too.
beautiful memorial.
That was
for
beautiful,
sure.
man. I'll tell you, I was in tears during that memorial too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. I waited in you probably didn't wait in line though. I waited in line.
I did not. No.
I waited in line about 3 hours in that heat, but it was worth every minute. I would wait 10 hours. In
So
that
I'm
heat.
a little confused. Was there a funeral for Charlie Kirk? I've heard that there wasn't, and I've heard that there was.
I don't. That's just that memorial, right? That's it.
Well, excuse me. I think there was a public memorial,
Okay.
which we went to in Arizona.
Yeah.
And then I think there was a private funeral, which we saw the coffin pictures with Erika Kirk crying on the
Okay,
coffin.
so there was a funeral.
Yes. Well, from what I understand, saw pictures, yes.
You're smiling when you say that.
As off the boat Italian, I couldn't imagine bringing a camera into a funeral and showing people crying on top of a coffin. That was my only like. But that's what I saw, right?
Yeah.
We saw that.
Yeah, I
They
saw
posted
it,
that. The
yeah.
hands, right? Shoes on the coffin. The hands, a very sad
Right.
situation. Yeah.
Because Jax couldn't remember if there was an actual funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't recall seeing one. So maybe I just missed it.
Yeah. And listen, when I get Erika when she talked at that memorial, it was a little. It looked a
Theatrical?
little staged to me. It did, and I hate to say that because I know she was a mourning widow, but it did seem a little staged to me. Like when she said, "I forgive him," like it seemed staged to me. You know what I mean? But I understand. I know I'm going to get hate for saying that, but
Oh, will he ever? I will say that at the moment at that memorial, I did not feel that.
Okay.
Because it was an emotional thing.
Right, I
But I
understand.
do remember when she said, "I forgive him," I went like this to the person next to me. I'm like, that's not my husband. I don't forgive that motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
like, God forgive me, but I don't. So after the fact, then yes, I can see where people would be like, that seemed a little bit much staged.
that's what I thought.
I'm
when
the
I heard it.
most unforgiving motherfucker there is.
I could never forgive that dude. Never.
No, I still don't.
No, never. I hope he hangs.
And then
Yeah.
if you coincide that with the fact that she just raged on Candace for all the shit she was saying, so you forgive the guy who shot your husband, but then you're up in arms against Candace,
That's a good point, actually.
right?
Very good
Just
point.
to me, it seemed, the whole rebuttal is everybody grieves differently.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's just recent videos of her a few days after Charlie's passing, amping up the Turning Point USA crew about, yay, our sales are up and our membership drive is
Oh,
up.
I just heard that come out.
Yeah.
That recently came out.
Recent. So, I don't know.
Yeah, look, I was the first one to go up to bat for her when I saw people talking shit, and I was like, hey, as somebody who lost a parent, my dad grieved very differently than somebody else who lost their husband or wife. Back off a little bit. They definitely grieve, and that still holds true. But the book tour for me and the interviews and all that, like there was a point where, as somebody who, if that was my girlfriend, like my friend that was on, I would have been like, yo, girl, let this be your last interview. Send. Because it is portrayed horribly.
There's the optics of it, man.
Yeah.
Even if it's right or wrong, there's still going to be, there's the truth, and then there's going to be what the public is going to look at. And the fucking optics of it were horrible. That is what we're talking about in reality, because we don't know her truth. We just know the optics of what we're seeing. And to me, it looks shady as shit. I just got fucking blasted on my feed from some chicks thinking, why don't you leave her alone? Oh, bitch, because I don't fucking want to. I still have fucking questions.
We still are able to say whatever we want as humans, right? So
she
it's
is a little cringy when she comes off. Like, I don't know. Like, I get when she talks, I don't know. It just.
I don't know. It just seems
Strap
very
in after that clip.
manufactured.
I mean, she just I don't know.
No, just kidding. I think people now, as time passes a little bit more, I've noticed that the comment sections, even on our posts,
Dude, that's almost at 6 million views.
Yeah,
sorry, it's at 6.5 million views.
Yes, but if you go into there now with more of the recent ones, the comments kind of has changed a little bit.
Yes, they have.
And so people have either changed or dialed back a little bit, or now they've had time, maybe themselves, to kind of grieve the situation, because people do play off of emotions quickly, and so they've kind of
White
gone back
liberal women.
and it is white fat liberal women. You can't forget
Except
that
in
part.
red.
Yes, for
Blue
sure.
hair.
And I don't know what that is about. You know what I mean? But
Now, is there like a dress code for like angry white liberal women? Like, and then
I stay
if they're
away from them, man.
lesbians,
I stay away from them.
it just gets like white liberal women lesbians tend to look like white liberal men.
Yes.
yes,
right?
that is
Yes.
true. Well, they're mad because they wish they had a penis and they
Yes.
don't. So it's a very, it's a hard situation for them.
Well, we've just killed this episode.
I'm sorry.
This episode was good.
It was good until
You
it got
can cut
canceled.
that out if
We're
you
not
like.
canceling shit.
I can say that. I played the gay card on that one. Okay?
This is all him.
yeah.
All right. I mean,
Well, you guys continue.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
buddy.
you so much.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Thanks, man.
Hey, I love this place. It's great, man.
that was fucking epic.
I know I
We're-
gave you guys are probably going to be afraid to put this out.
I'm not afraid of shit, dude. I don't live and die by this podcast. I'm good. So this, for me, is all about just offering your opinion, offering my opinion. If you don't like it, that's okay.
Yeah.
So we covered Charlie Kirk. We've covered Minneapolis.
I was in Chicago for the protests.
Okay.
Yeah, I met Don Lemon there. I covered the protest twice outside the immigration facility. And I'm going to tell you this. I had a girl with me also helping me cover it, and who was a liberal type of woman. And after them protests, she switched over to conservative because she said, these people are crazy. You know what she said? This was her exact words when we left there. She said, these people hate America. I said, exactly. You're exactly right. That's what she saw at these protests in Chicago, that they hate America. And she's not for that. She goes, you're right all about this. These people are crazy. And they are. Could you imagine going to the ICE facility every day and protesting? Like, I have a life. I'm not going to no damn ICE
So
facility.
what do you think about the rumor that there are paid protesters?
Definitely. 100%. And I know for a fact. You want me to tell you?
Of course.
My office, I went, when I first started being a cop, I was a local cop.
Okay.
Then I went to the state.
Okay.
Okay, when I was a state, my office was in the capital of Pennsylvania. So Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, my office was in the capital. We had protests at them capital, weekly protests, and gun protests, whatever it was. When there was a major protest, buses would come in from Philadelphia. Philadelphia is about an hour and a half from Harrisburg. The people would get off the bus, and I was standing there as a cop. They'd say, where's the cafeteria? Because they gave us a coupon for food, and they gave us $20, and they gave us a free bus ride to Harrisburg. We got that daily. So they would bus poor people in from Philadelphia, take them off the street, give them a coupon for food at the cafeteria, and $20 and a free ride to Harrisburg.
And a sign, obviously.
Yeah, and a sign. I swear to you, I can't even tell you how many people told me that when I was a cop there. So yes, the Democrats pay protesters. I had a big influencer come after me, a liberal influencer. I can't think of his name. He rode a bicycle. He was like, you know, them goofy 10-speed bikes. He was like one of them high bike racers. He wanted.
Fuck him. We don't want to give him
this
attention.
shit. But now he has like 10 million followers. He's this liberal. He came after me about me saying that there was protesters. And paid protesters. He goes, you have no knowledge. You're spewing stuff that's false information.
Yeah.
I said to him, dude, I seen it firsthand. I said, he DM'd me, I DM'd him back. He stitched my video, made fun out of me. This is the cops we have, this and that. And I'm thinking, buddy, like you said, you're only helping me get more followers by stitching my video with 10 million followers. But I said so I DM'd him. I said, dude, I seen it. He goes, I don't believe you. So I'm telling you, he goes, that wouldn't hold up in court. I said, that holds up in court all the time. Testimony from an individual is in court. It holds up every time. What are you talking about? You know, he goes, I want real proof. I'm telling you real proof. They told me. You know?
Yeah, then he'll say that's hearsay.
Yeah, I know. It's not if they told you directly, though.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah. If that guy told me directly, hey, I got paid and he showed me the coupon, I could testify to that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you didn't tell me you said that. Like, I can't, if you tell me, hey, I can't say that in court. You would have to
Right.
answer.
Okay. So if I told you that I know someone that was a paid protester
Yeah.
and told you, that's hearsay.
Yeah, to me
But
it's
if I am the protester and I told you, that's legit.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah, I mean, eyewitness testimony and firsthand testimony, it'd be just like somebody if you confess to me a murder. If you said, hey, Danny, you know what? I killed that guy. You know what I mean? Of course, that's I could direct testimony that you told me you killed that guy. That's direct testimony. That'll hold up in court. And these liberals don't want to hear that, though. They want to make their own courts up. They want to make their own rules up. And basically, we're all racist. That's basically
the problem with that is, their quick reaction is, well, what's your facts? Or name your fucking source. I get that all the time. Show me. I'm like, bitch, I'm not going to give you a thesis to prove my point. You either believe me or you don't. But even if I were so inclined to prove it to you, you are not going to believe me anyway. You have already decided prior that I'm full of shit and you're not going to believe me. So fuck you.
Right. I totally agree with you. And it's just, like I said, I got pressure from my family because my family's all liberals.
That's crazy, though.
I mean, they think I'm crazy. My family thinks I'm totally insane. They think, oh my God, what happened to Danny? Oh my God, they're probably hiding their faces when they see people out in public. But I am who I am. I don't believe any of the bullshit that the Democrats throw. I don't believe one thing I'll never vote for a Democrat again the rest of my entire life.
So we have the midterms coming up.
I pray to God we win them.
And what do you think the chances of that are?
I was scared when Trump was running the second time. I mean, I was sitting in front of that news because I still have post-traumatic stress from when he lost in 2020, when he was ahead, and then I went to bed and I woke up the next morning and he lost.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have post-traumatic stress disorder from
for
that.
all those votes that came in overnight.
So
I was the same way. I went to
night-
sleep thinking this motherfucker's
Yes.
got this.
Yes.
To wake up to find out that he lost. I'm like, how the fuck did that happen?
And let me tell you this, they come out with these surveys, okay? I can't think of that one guy, Carvel or whatever his name is, the bald guy. He's always on CNN and everything. He's the guy, I know this is going to happen. I'm thinking, dude, you said Hillary's going to win by 11 points. You said Harris was going to win by 12, and they both lost. So I'm going to believe you for the midterms. But these liberals will. We're going to win. We're going to win. Carvel said it. Carvel also said the other two would win, and they did.
When are the midterms?
November.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Long time.
Long time, yeah.
Do you think that they are going to try and sow dissent as much as they can between now and November so that people hate Trump?
That's exactly what they're doing. That's why all these riots are happening. That's why everything's happening. They don't want to tell you the facts. The reason we're deporting everybody is because they left the borders open. I'll say it again. It's their fault this is happening. You left the borders open and let millions of people come into our country. Some of them terrorists. And you laughed about it. Kamala Harris laughed about it. So we had to do what we had to do. And I understand people get mad about the deportation. I get it. You're breaking families up. I get it. But it has to be done.
Listen, I'm unsympathetic towards that. If you're in the country illegally, I'm getting into this country legally, the right fucking way.
You're doing it the right way. My family did it. He talked about being Italian. Same thing with my family. My family came here from Italy in 1871.
So
my great-grandfather. And I was discriminated against. Let me tell you how. My last name was Mainero. Okay? It was Daniel Mainero, right? And my great-grandfather was Biagio Mainero. When he came to Ellis Island, they didn't like Italians. Italians were discriminated against.
For sure.
They would put signs, Italians don't apply. You weren't even able to get work when you came here as an Italian. My grandfather, they changed his name and Americanized it in Ellis Island. That's how I got my last name Minor. They said, you're not Biagio Mainero anymore. You're Biagio Minor. No, they gave him Thomas, I believe his first name was. So yes, Italians were discriminated against. A lot of people were discriminated against. But guess
there
what?
hasn't been a time in history.
Am I going to protest that? Do I need reparations? Oh my God, my name was changed. Give me millions of dollars. My name was changed. I was discriminated against. Stop the crap. You weren't discriminated against. It happened 200 fucking years ago. Stop it. I'm not giving anybody reparations ever. Ever. I'm sorry. I don't care who gets mad at me. My family, again, is probably hiding their face. Black people don't deserve reparations. They don't. They weren't here when it happened. We weren't here when it happened. None of us know a slave owner. None of us know slaves. It's fantasy fucking world to us. So stop it.
I couldn't agree with you more.
I mean, I'm so sick of it. I'm going to give somebody you're going to get $1 million because you're black. That's insane. That's craziness. So I was discriminated against. My family was discriminated against in 1871. Do I get something? No.
And when is the time limit on that too? Because I need
Yes.
to know. Because at any time in history, every ethnicity was a slave at some point.
Yes.
So it's just like, how far back can I go? Because I'm pretty sure some motherfucker owes me some money from somewhere. And that's where you and what I don't like is people playing victim. Because when you adopt the mentality of being a victim, you are never going to get ahead. You are never going to think that you can achieve anything great.
Right.
You're just going to resort back to that I'm a loser, I'm a victim, I can't achieve anything, the white man's putting me down, or this person's putting me down, or I can't do this because I'm gay, or I can't do this because I think I'm a potted plant. Stop that shit. Stop that victim mentality and stop celebrating it, right? And we're doing that in schools. We're letting people think that it's okay to just be average instead of inspiring people to think that they could achieve whatever it is they fucking want. It's okay. You don't need to, you're good as you are. The fuck you are. Sometimes you're a fucking loser and you need to pull your shit together and fucking go out and do great things.
I agree with you. And the Democratic Party, everything that you just talked about, that you need to be successful, right? You're not a victim. You're this. You're going straight forward. You don't care who. The Democrats tell you that's wrong. They tell you are a victim. The white man held you down, and then when you don't get that job, when you don't get that promotion, it's because I'm black. It's because I'm black. I didn't get that promotion because I'm black. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I was a sergeant of our detective division. I was up for the lieutenant spot. Me and a black guy tied for the first spot on the test. Guess who got it? The black guy got it. And I wasn't even mad because he was a good guy. He deserved it as much as I did. I wasn't even offended by it. And the chief brought me in and said, Danny, we don't have enough black supervisors. He was honest with me. You know what I mean? I was friends with the chief, so I think that's why he was honest with me.
Right.
But he said, we need more black supervisors, and he's going to be a lieutenant. So I didn't get a spot because I was white. And that's the fact. But I didn't cry about it.
I would have, though.
I didn't.
To me, I believe in meritocracy.
Right.
Okay? If you're some fucking transgender Asian who identifies as a hippopotamus, but you deserve the job, cool, buddy. You fucking deserve it. You, he, she, it. You deserve the job, and I'm okay with that. But if you're an idiot and you get a job because of whatever box you check off, and I don't get it, I have a fucking problem with that.
I agree with it should be who's ever the best for the position.
100%.
100%. But I'm going to tell you, police departments aren't like that. Our police department every year would say we don't have enough women, we don't have enough black people, and we'd have to go recruit. We would have to recruit white women and black people. Every year we'd have to. Because we needed a certain percentage.
Okay, so let me ask you, because in Canada, or even in talking to some people here in the States, when they're doing these DEI drives, they are lowering the standards for which these people get to apply and pass. For example, a woman being a firefighter. At the time, listen, if I'm in a burning building, I want a motherfucker to be able to carry my ass out of that building. If you're some frail bitch who can't, they're going to look at me, that guy weighs 205, fuck him, right? And then go out. I have a problem with that. If you're capable of doing the same job as a man with all the same criteria, no problem, buddy. Let's do this. Right. But if I'm lowering standards to meet some kind of DEI standard, fuck you.
And you know what? And there is a place in law enforcement for women.
Sure.
100%. I was an undercover. I bought drugs. I bought crack. They put me in the hood, and I would buy drugs. But we had a female officer that made me look horrible. She was the best undercover ever.
Great.
Because when I would come up, okay, they would look at me and say, this guy might be a cop. But when they're looking at a woman, let's be honest, they just want to sleep with her.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not thinking I want to be a cop. Maybe if I'm nice to this girl, she'll sleep with me. So female undercovers do a lot better. They really do. And
But what about the physical? What about the physical danger that she's in?
And I agree with you. She is in more danger than a regular man. And here's the thing. Some female officers would wait for backup. Some will be, I want to show that I could do this.
Oh, fuck off.
I'd rather the female officer say, I'm waiting for backup because she knows that she can't. And there might be, listen, I'm not going to be embarrassed. I've waited for backup before. I looked and thought, I can't handle this situation by myself. I'm going to get killed. I got to wait for my backup. And you got to be smart enough to know your capabilities.
100.
So that woman got to realize, I can't take a 250-pound man on. Okay? I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I am just waiting for people to comment in the feed about I can handle a 250-pound man.
can't.
The fuck you can't.
And that's the problem. That's when, do you want to get into women in sports, men in women's sports?
Let's do it.
Are you sure?
I know. Let's
Listen,
do it.
I offended everybody here today.
I
so
don't think
might
there's
as well
someone
just
you
go
haven't
out.
offended.
Okay. But listen, here's the thing with women in sports. Let's be honest. A man's 10 times stronger than a woman.
100%.
You could say whatever you want. A man is 10 times stronger than a woman. A woman is never going you could take an average man and the top female athlete, and the average man's going to beat the top female athlete.
Agreed. And this has been proven.
Yes. Our soccer team who won the gold medal, our women's soccer team, they lost to teenagers.
Yes.
Teenage boys in a soccer match. And it's not offending them. It is what it is. It's life. You can sit there and pretend it's not. You're not going to compete with a male.
Right.
It's just the way it is.
I agree.
You know, and that stuff drives me nuts. And my daughter played softball. My daughter was great. Her softball team won championships. I'd be so pissed as a parent if I had a dude on the other team hitting home runs. I would be pissed. Honest to God, I'd flip the fuck out as a parent. I would. I can't control myself. Like, I can't stop myself. I have ADHD, man. When it gets going, I get that ADHD anger. I'm going to tell people off.
What I don't understand is there were so many people championing, whatever, men competing in women's sports, right? And I will go out to say that men and women are not equal. The fuck your fantasy, it's not true, okay? We are designed differently. But that is not to say that there are opportunities for women to be stronger than men, and there are opportunities for men to be stronger than women. And in that, there's the balance in life. But if for any woman to come to me and say, we're equals, bitch, no, we're not.
I'm gonna prove it all to you, to your audience, okay? We got to go back years. Do you remember, I know me and you were the same age.
Yep.
Joey Buttafuoco. Do you remember him?
Yes.
Okay?
Oh my God.
He slept with that young girl. That young girl goes and shoots his wife in the face. If you go back 15 years ago, they had celebrity boxing.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
He boxed China from the WWE, who China was built. She could probably squat 300 pounds, 400, 500 pounds. She was huge. Joey was an old dude with a beer gut, and he boxed her and he kicked the shit out of her. He kicked the shit out of her, and that's just an average guy that's sitting at the bar with a beer gut. And she was in the best shape as a female. Mm-hmm. And that proves to you we are just stronger than you. There's nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. Compete against females, and I'll compete against males, and we could all live happily ever after.
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, and how as a male, how do you like? Oh, look, I won the female division. Come on.
Oh, I know.
How do you even celebrate that?
So, okay, so how do you feel about transgender? I always get confused. So transgender men compete in women's sports, correct?
Yeah.
I always get confused
How
with
come we don't have a problem with the opposite?
Exactly.
How come we don't have a problem with that? Because they can't win. Right.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That alone
How come
proves,
women ain't trying to play in men's sports?
That's
What
right.
I don't know. In fact,
Yeah.
I'm doing a video on that tonight.
yes, that's 100% true. Where do you think you see the United States going in the next 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years?
Oh, God. I'm very pessimistic about this.
Yes.
I just don't see a large group of people who hate another large group of people coming together. I hate to be the Debbie Downer, man, but if
You're not alone in that thought.
If the Democrats get in power, we're fucked. We are all fucked. I'll end up being in jail for something I said on a podcast or something. I mean, we're screwed. We're screwed. I just don't see this. How do we shake hands? We hate each other. I think Republicans are more likely to shake hands than Democrats are. Because the Democrats hate us no matter what. Like I said to you, I can come in a room full of liberals and be fine. I won't even say anything to them. They could wear their pink hair. They could have their stuff. I ain't going to say nothing. But they'll say it to us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They'll say it to us every single time. You know?
Okay, so we have the midterms in November, and then there'd be another. What happens at the midterms?
The midterms is if we're going to keep the House and the Senate.
Okay, and if we lose the House and the Senate, what happens?
They have all the votes. So anything Trump tries to pass.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Trump's going to be like a lame duck president.
Right.
You know what I mean? If they get in off, because he's not going to be able to get any bills passed.
Right.
Now, there's rumors that we're going to keep the Senate and lose the House.
What happens if that happens?
Then you don't know. Because
Okay.
the Senate is the last say. So if the House passes something, the Senate will have to pass it too for it to accept it. So it could go either way. You don't know. So I hope at least we keep the Senate in there. We don't lose everything, But who knows, And I think that's why they're trumping up this deportation. You know what I mean? They're trying to make it look so bad.
That's a very good point.
You know what I mean? That's what I think. I think that's the only thing they could do. But my thing is, I worry about this country, man. I do. I'm worried that we're not going to be I think I see separation. I hate to say that. I see America being two countries. I hope I'm wrong, man.
I hope you're wrong.
I do.
Because then if we lose the House and the Senate, then what happens after that? It's another 2 years for another election,
Yes.
correct? But then in that 2 years, if we've lost the House and Senate, basically he's, as you said, a lame duck.
Yes.
So it all comes down to November.
Yes.
And it's all going to come down to the games that we see being played between now and November.
Yes.
It's going to be an interesting time, brother.
It's going to be totally interesting. I just hope we keep everything. And, I don't know, though. I don't know. I hope. And you know what? I'm being a little pessimistic about the election. And that's because I'm listening to these goofy survey people who are telling me the Democrats are going to win, who lied every single time. You know what I mean? So we might win. Who knows? I'm hoping. I'm praying.
Let's
I pray
hope,
to
brother.
Jesus every day.
This was honest. This was honestly a great. You were off the rails. I loved it. You went batshit crazy. I love that.
I knew I was gonna.
I know. I love it. I'd love to bring you back again too.
All right. Anytime.
All right, brother, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you, man.
you, brother.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
It was really good. I had fun.
We're out.